Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗧𝗦. We're gonna get into some Jo Malone fragrances today because you guys, Jo Malone is really good. In my opinion, they have a variety of nice fragrances and I absolutely love their house, but they are expensive, okay? Like expensive to the point where I got me some sample sizes, okay? I had to try them out before I dedicate buying them because I'm at a space now where I have so many perfumes that like I don't need to keep adding all these perfumes that I can't get to. But you know, sample sizes, travel sizes are always, they're always welcome. We're gonna get into that. Before we get into that, don't forget, make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed. Also, I love y'all feedback, so when I'm talking about this stuff, make sure y'all leave it in the comments. I'd be liking to know y'all opinion, if y'all have it, if y'all don't, if y'all like it, if y'all don't, all that good stuff. And if you do like the video, if you do love the content, make sure you thumbs it up. Also, my socials will be linked in the description box because your girl be over there too. I be over there doing my thing. But we're gonna jump into this video because why you gotta be so expensive, Jo Malone? Just why? Like, you know, I mean, we're gonna get into my top 3. Out of all the ones that I've smelled, they have a variety of smells, like I said, and they're really good. Some are nostalgic, some are this, some are that, some is a little bit of everything. I do feel like if you were to try their whole house, just smell, you know what I'm saying, you will find something that either reminds you of a past time, you will find you something that makes you feel a way, especially if you're into fragrances. They do a beautiful job with their fragrances, I must admit. But like I said, I don't know why I'm complaining about prices because I do have some expensive bottles, all right? I got a handful of them. You know, I think my most expensive one, we ain't gonna get into all that. We ain't gonna get into all that because it doesn't matter. I feel that fragrances are as valuable as it is to the person. If it smells good to you, it's worth the price. And it may be vice versa for someone who don't like it. They may not want to spend a cent. And that's fine. I don't judge, you know? The more expensive does not mean that it's gonna be better. And the less expensive doesn't mean that it's gonna be cheap. It just depends, you know? Majority of them will fall in that category though, I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, let's jump into this video. So number 1, the first one up, I don't have no particular order, and I purchased all of my travel sample sizes from fragrances line. I'll link them below. I'm not sponsoring anything. I just thought I'd let y'all know the tea because, you know, you want to find you a good one. I love their decant holders. They do have a few, I think they do have a few designs if I'm not mistaken. Or once you get a certain size, it will come like this. This is a twist up, and then the product is in here with the name. I love that. This one is 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗏 and sea salt. You guys, oh my gosh. I think this is one of their popular ones. This one right here is such a summery type of vibe. It just makes me want to go to the beach or just wear it. Like, it's a freshie to me in my opinion, but it's so good. I love this one. I'm throwing this one out there because it's like aromatic, salty, it's marine vibes. This is definitely your summery type of vibe. It's just so good. It's really good, but you have to be into those type of notes. So the notes read sea salt, sage, grapefruit, ambretti, and seaweed. Now, like I say, this is a very unique fragrance. I've never smelled nothing close to it. I love the sea salt and sage in here, and the grapefruit kind of gives it that citrusy burst. So it does make for one of those really perfect type of perfumes when it's a hot day and you're looking for something to keep you fresh and lifted and just kind of like carry you throughout the day without it being too heavy or like gourmand driven, because I love me a gourmand. But I also like my freshies, and I do feel like, I think like I said, this is one of their popular ones. It's definitely worth a try if you are into a more like sea salt type of vibe. Let me go ahead and give it a spray. Oh yeah, this just has it. This got it. This guy, I can, and it's crazy because right off the bat I can smell that seaweed, and it does give you like that marine salty. It's so beautiful. I love 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗏 and sea salt, but you have to be into those type of notes because you're definitely going to get like an aquatic type of marine salty seaweed type of vibe. It really just makes you feel like you're on the beach. Like you're on the beach, you're laid out, you're sipping a nice little drink, you're enjoying some sun, it's fresh, it's all of that. That's exactly what 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗏 and sea salt do for me, and I really love the fragrance. Now, these are so good that, you know, I might have to invest in a full bottle. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. even though I say I'm trying to stick to my travel sizes, it's just because once you start wearing fragrances, sometimes they can grow on you, and that's exactly what 𝗦𝗡𝗖𝗔𝗟𝗦 and Sea Salt is doing for me. It's growing on me. And I think I have like something in every, and like one that, from the ones that I picked, I have one, the top 3 that I picked, I have one in like almost a different category. They're not all like just florals or all marines and salties or whatever the case may be. This one stands in its own league of like the summery type of vibe. I mean, you can wear them all whenever you want to, but this gives me that beachy type of vibe. Now, next up we have, ooh, 𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗡𝗧𝗦, y'all. This one, oh my gosh. Oh, you know, I do have a good amount in here, and it's not because I'm not using it or I don't like it. I literally don't even want to be, I don't even want to spray my travel sizes. Like, it's that good. It makes me feel like every spray, I need to save it. I need to cherish every spray. It makes me feel like every spray needs to be cherished. You get what I'm saying? So every time I spray it, I kind of just be like, that's it. But I can't get enough of them. So I'm kind of like, if I get travel sizes that I know I really, really love, I am just gonna have to spend the coin. I don't care, catch it on a sale or something, but these fragrances are a tad bit pricey. And if you're into the whole niche or pricier type of market, you're definitely gonna get your bang for your buck if you're into these type of scents. Now, 𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗡𝗧𝗦, unlike 𝗦𝗡𝗧𝗦 and Sea Salt, 𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗡𝗧𝗦 is a, oh, it's a very sexy type of fragrance. It's more gourmand driven. Let me bring up the notes for you guys. So yeah, this is your amber vanilla sweet type of fragrance, okay? And then we have top notes of lavender, middle notes of myrrh, base notes, tonka bean, vanilla, and almond. You guys, this fragrance is so good. Like, I don't even know what to compare it to. I'm sure there's dupes out there. I'm sure there's something similar, but this is the first in its category, in the class of the notes that I've just read. This is the first one that I've smelled with this type of profile. So I really, really do admire this one. I kind of feel like this is more on my going out, maybe like luncheons, dinners type of fragrance, because I really want to make a statement when I'm wearing this. I want to be noticed. I want to be complimented. I like to wear this more too, also in intimate settings, like if I'm with my partner and we're like going somewhere. I really do enjoy this more so for date nights, like intimate settings. If you're going out with someone, you're going to a dinner, you're going to a luncheon, whatever the case may be. You know, close proximities when it comes to 𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗡𝗧𝗦, because I've gotten compliments on this one, and yeah, I had to bring it up to the list. You know what I mean? This ain't no particular order that I'm doing this, but if I had to pick one, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna flat out say that this is a very unique one. I'm a gourmand lover, and I think I'm a gourmand and freshy lover. I do love florals as well. A lot of the fragrances that before I started getting into fragrance, I didn't even know was a floral. That's what it was. So there's a handful I can name that I thought was in fact sweet, but it was the floral note responsible for that sweetness. So then I'm like, oh, I do like florals. Okay, you know, I don't like, as of now, your smells can change. As of now, I'm not hard up on cocktail type florals, but you know, BDK does a bomb job at 𝗦𝗡𝗧𝗦. Okay, so that is the first one that I kind of fell in love with, but I can't have too much of it. You know, I have to be in a mood for that. Whereas my gourmands, honey, this tonka, this combination right here from the notes that I just read is going to light your fire, okay? And if you're looking for one, don't hesitate. Like, I don't care if you buy a sample size, a full bottle size. I'm gonna link everything below. I'm gonna link where I got my samples from, but I'm also gonna link the bottles, because if you already know about these fragrances, don't hesitate to buy it, okay? Don't feel bad because you're spending the money. Treat yourself, because this is really, really good. 𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗡𝗧𝗦 is that really sweet tonka, gourmandish, sexy, upscale, I'm a bad type of perfume, okay? And yes, that is 𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗡𝗧𝗦. I absolutely love it. I love the note structure. I love what it gives. You smell a little bit of everything. I definitely smell a lot of the tonka bean in there. Of course, the vanilla and the dry down. My nose is still kind of new to myrrh. I guess I can say I smell that. Maybe it's like a more ambery type of thing, but I definitely love the opening because that lavender just kind of picks it up. Whenever you have bergamot, lavender in the opening, they're meant to kind of help your more gourmands stand out and not just, you know, be so deep to where you're like smelling edible, which is nothing wrong with that. But I mean, you know, if that's your thing, if you want to just smell like, you know, vanilla ice cream, cookies or whatever like that, that's cool. But it's always good to make it a little more complex for those who are into fragrance notes. It's not just so notable, like, you know, just imagine, which is nothing wrong. I like to layer though, but just imagine somebody like, oh, you wear vanilla? And it's like, yeah, I got on a vanilla extract. Yeah, but it's always good to throw in some notes that will kind of make a person question, like, what is she wearing? Because I'm getting a little bit of this, but then I'm getting a little bit of that. But so yeah, that's my take on that one. And then last but not least, for my top 3, you guys, is Scarlet Poppy. I think this one is a little bit more expensive than the other ones that I mentioned. Oh, let me do that one more time. Oh my gosh, this must be a floral. We gotta look up the notes, because the only thing I can say about this is I smell like a floral in there, but then I'm also getting some type of sweet, something responsible for the sweetness. Let's dive into the notes. This is a more powdery vanilla floral sweet type of fragrance, and let's go into the top notes is ambrette. I think it's ambrette. I hope I'm not butchering that. And then we have orris, fig, and poppy in the middle notes. In the base notes we have tonka bean, heliotrope, and barley. So, you know, like when I see certain notes, I'm probably smelling them, but I'm not familiar with them. So I think the barley and heliotrope is like kind of, it's in the base, but sometimes base notes can overpower or really stand out in a fragrance, and the top and middle is just there so that the bases won't be too extreme. But I do definitely smell the tonka bean in here, because I'm super familiar with the tonka bean. It stands out to me. It's a note that picks up on my nose, and I love the way it smells. I definitely get the orris in the middle. It gives me that like ambery type of gourmandish feel to it, but then that fig and poppy in the middle, honey. And the top note, just this one is so unique. I honestly have never smelled nothing like this. Like out of the other 2, I have smelled perfumes that are similar to the other 2 that I mentioned, or maybe will be reminiscent of it. Nothing to the point where it was like I've never smelled it. Like even with 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗖𝗓, the note structures, I smelled those notes in other fragrances that when it stands out, I'm like, oh, I know what that is. But because it stands out doesn't mean it smells like the other fragrances. Just that I can definitely like point out like that's that. But with this one, I honestly couldn't tell y'all what it was. I was just like, wait a minute, that smells, it smells good, but I can't describe it. Like I'm not a professional by any means. I'm still getting into understanding certain notes because I have not got my nose on everything, but I've gotten on enough to where I can point out notes that I'm very familiar with and I love. And then whenever something else is thrown in there that smells good, I'm like, what is that? Because, you know, like that's a new note. Maybe I'm into fig now. So yeah, I definitely love Scarlet Poppy, you guys. Like it is such a beautiful note structure, and it definitely stands out. It's a unique fragrance, but it has this classy, like when I smell this, I just feel like I'm going somewhere fancy. Like I'm about to put on like a nice outfit and I'm about to go spend some money and have like a really nice dinner. It gives me those vibes. Like I just want to look good when I wear this. This is definitely not a fragrance that I would want to wear just around the house. That's the vibes it gives me. It's uplifting too, and it's a little more light as far as being able to be versatile in like spring and summer. 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗖𝗓, they're all of the ones that I mentioned that are my top 3 are all versatile. But like I said, I do like to designate certain fragrances or perfumes to certain times, and I could definitely see myself wearing this throughout the year. But I mostly reach for this in the springtime, summer. Definitely 𝑤𝑢𝑠𝑒 Agency Salt, spring and summer. And as far as 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢, that's all year round, baby. That's like evening to night, okay? Evening to night, or you know, intimate settings, okay? And that accounts for any time of the day. But yes, those are my top 3 picks. You guys let me know what you guys think of Jo Malone, and if you own any of Jo Malone's, I will definitely put these in the description because these are my top 3. These are so good, and I've smelled a handful of them. I've been to one of their stores in the mall where I was able to smell like at least a decent amount. I smelled all the ones at Sephora. So whatever Sephora has, I was able to smell all of the ones there, and these 3 are the ones that stood out to me and still are standing out to me. So if you have any that are in this kind of field of smelling good, make sure you leave a comment and let me know what you like or what you have, because I'm interested in this brand. I do want to own it. I'm gonna own a bottle of some Jo Malone. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Right now I'm just gonna keep playing with these, and I'm gonna kind of wear down my collection a little bit, because these are some really good fragrances, and I hate when that happens. I hate when it happens. Like, I don't want to add nothing else, but it's so much out there. Like, I cannot add nothing, you know? But anyway, links in the description, socials linked in the description box. So leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys, and I will check you out on my next one.